What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to tonight's live stream, or welcome back to my channel if you're returning, or hey, welcome, how's it going to the new people. It is 9 p.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time, Atom time. And why not go live, right? I'm already in my pajamas, and you know what? Just because I'm drinking coffee doesn't mean it's bedtime. Just saying. So tonight we're gonna be doing kind of like a daily, not a daily thing, but a little, seeing what's coming on for the week ahead kind of thing for us today. And yeah, so let's get to it, right? Oh, it took a while for it to broadcast. All right, cool. So we're gonna do it like a why can't I talk to you? How's it going, everybody? Back again. Cut. Whew. Can we do a wrap? Start over again? Yeah? Alright. Okay, let's do it. And action. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are gonna be doing just like kind of like a little forecast for the week ahead, and kind of like see what the theme or what the projection might look like. Or what like the forecast might look like for the week coming up ahead of us. Last week it was really all about opportunity and getting there and understanding and taking advantage of a lot of the stuff. And I devised more of the way that I want to do like the daily coffee and cards stuff that I'm doing lately. And yeah, so as we are getting people on and showing up to hear the reading, let's get started, right? What do we do first? Setting our intention. What's up for the week ahead? We're using that light to ignite the candle, our Ascended Master's candle. Ascended Master's candle is going to help us get connected with our Ascended Masters, our spirit guides, ascended beings, to help guide us and help us understand or get more insight on some of the knowledge or stuff that's going on. And yeah. All right, here we go. Hey, what's up, Christina? Hey, what's up, Jess Flores? How's it going? I just moved the chat out. I just noticed the chat. And so, yeah, so we're going to do our weekly forecast. I got my candles going. We're going to do some sage and Palo Santo. All right, we got that going. You guys are so lag. Maybe you guys are not. Maybe that's just me. So I'm gonna start doing this now instead of just waving it rawly over the thing, so I could avoid any kind of burn marks that might shoot off from the ash falling on the top. That might help too. Alrighty, there we go. Alrighty guys, let's see. Shopping on Amazon. I have a problem online shopping. Dude, so me too. That's some of the time. That's how I know I'm avoiding what is it? Dark Night of the Soul. That's how I avoid some of my Dark Nights of the Soul. Is like late night Amazon shopping. It keeps me up from avoiding my feelings. I'm like, I'll buy my feelings. Alright, so here we go. We have SOS on the board tonight. We have a Mo, and then if we need to, we'll bring out Archy to see if we're dealing with any persons or any people. But yeah, last night was awesome. I catered. If you guys don't know, I've been an executive chef for 10 years, and I stopped doing that. But I do take on special events sometimes, and last night was Light Girl Tarot's surprise birthday party, and I was asked to cater it, and so I did a taco night for her. And then a little bit after that, I was able to do some in-person readings. I took Labyrinth, and I took the girls, and we went out, and we did some live readings for some of the people there. It was really, really good. It felt so good to actually connect with the energy in person of who you're giving a reading for, because it gets so much more deeper, just like. But yeah, all right, let's get into it. Do 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 do. All right. Boop. What are you girls up to tonight? All right, let's do this. Let's get the girls ready. Weekly forecast. What's coming up for the week? Let's see what's going on for the week. What's coming up for the week? Let's see what's going on for the week. What's coming up for the week? Let's go. What's going on for the week? All right, here we go. And before we get started, guys, I'm gonna let you guys know how we're doing this tonight. So tonight it's gonna be quadrants. So what I mean by quadrants is, up here we have north, down here we have, or right here we have air, down below we have fire, and up here we have water. Excuse me. Right, and so we're gonna be doing it with quadrants, okay? And that's the way that I'm gonna wanna do it. Probably, I don't know, just for right now. This is just what feels good for me right now, is to be doing it in elemental quadrants rather than to be just breaking it down to sign by sign. So, as the messages come through, or as the reveals come through, this is meant for all versatilities and cross-watchers. So when I say all elemental quadrants, that's AEQ, sorry, AEQ. So that's what I mean when I say AEQ. Besides making my account neg, just relaxing, it's 1010. You're so funny, Jess. So that's what I mean by AEQ, is all elemental quadrants. All right. And then we'll be doing that. And so usually in all elemental quadrants, I'll try to do like 3 pools associated with the 3 different spectrums of that quadrant, right? Luckily enough, this deck right here has some star astrological correspondences, so if that shows up in the card that it displays, I will make sure that I share that information of who's it probably referring to, okay? Alright, another setup. Alright, let's go into what is going to be the overall thing. Alright, what's going to be the week's intention for us? What's going to be the week's intention? there we go. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Right away. Last week was getting in touch with our opportunities and taking advantage of them. This week is going to be controlling our thoughts. Okay, Adam, controlling our thoughts? No, yeah, this is going to be the thing of how powerful our thoughts could be. Notice how our thoughts are represented by a sword. That with the sharpness of one thought, we could either have surgical precision on cutting something out or figuring something out for ourselves, and we could easily slay away what might be coming down away from us, or what might be coming up against us, because we are very high in our analytical thought for air signs, or even just for the element of air. It represents your highest thought. It represents your highest equation to thought. It represents your highest solution to using your thought and how it could benefit others and yourself. Okay, so that's going to be the theme for this week. It's going to be our highest possible thought. It's going to be Ace of Swords, represented by this nice black swan. That's awesome. The duality of that. All right, and so in corresponding to what is our highest thought going to be and what it's going to be represented and how we're going to face it, we're going to go into now the quadrants, okay? Two, three. North. Okay. And then Amo, we're gonna get Amo already set up, and she's just gonna, she's over here doing her nails and shit like that, so I'm just gonna put her on the board. All right. Ooh, are you ready? You acted like you were ready. All right. Establishing connection, week's intentions, topic for tonight, Ace of Swords, controlling, starting with Earth signs. Thanks, Jess. All right, there we go. Those are the three spectrums for Earth. These are going to be the three spectrums for air. And these are going to be the three spectrums for fire. And then these are going to be the three spectrums for water. All right. So, coming up first, we're going to be connecting into Earth signs. All right. So we're going to be connecting into Earth signs. Earth signs is going to be next. This is coming up. This is what we're on. We're on Earth signs. This area right here. So first, let's go first. What you're connecting with. Ooh. All right. Excuse me. So we have Seven of Swords upside down. This is Seven of Swords. Already associated with Earth sign. So this comes on for a connection to like wanting to really, whoa. Seven of Swords, coming into wanting to make sure that we are giving our best thought forward, or we're not so giving to what we think should happen for others. We're wanting to be so nurturing and giving to a lot of others, but this time our thoughts or the way we think things should be done for others, to give guidance, to give support, it's more coming into a reserved sense for us, like represented with the raccoon, kind of like scavenging and pillaging, but upside down in the sense of like you are holding your thoughts more towards yourself and with yourself. You're not necessarily so more giving out the advice, giving out the nurturing energy, giving out that sense of like, I want to be here for you guys. How can you guys use me? There's more of a reserve and wanting to just like hold it for yourself in the time being, right? So how are we using our highest thought is for earth signs is not necessarily giving it away. As much as we want to be nurturing and abundant in the way that we are, right now is not the period to be giving it away to others that are just gonna just go throw it away or toss it away haphazardly, right? So with the raccoon representing like your thoughts or your highest thoughts, it's like hold on to the ones that are most important to you. Don't necessarily give them all away thinking that there's everybody that wants to be around them or associated or know from them. Okay? So now we're gonna go into the 3 spectrums of what this could be for you guys. Okay, spectrum 1, we have sun, vitality, and doing this, taking into holding in your thoughts. This is what this is gonna do for you. It's gonna help revitalize you. It's going to help bring you into a sense of being more nurturing in the future, holding in not necessarily life-giving thoughts or life-giving solutions to situations all the time to everybody else, but actually in this time of holding them to yourself, you get to apply them to yourself, which allows you to replenish your nutrients, replenish who you are, replenish, and probably even go under a metamorphosis of understanding who you could be now, because you're actually holding in those thoughts for yourself. You're holding in ways could be, you're holding in solutions for yourself and how you could apply them to you. Okay. Ooh, next spectrum, instinct. All right, so with the card of instinct is like, because you're holding in your thoughts, you're holding in the solutions, right? How this could apply to you if this is your spectrum too, this could be into applying into really listening to who you want to be, who you want to become. What is like your deep inside really telling you? What is the nurturing energy inside you really telling you to become, now that you silenced everybody else wanting to grab your nurturing energy, and now that your nurturing energy is reserved for you? What is your deepest instinct telling you to evolve to, now that you are revitalizing what you need? Hey, what's up, Gwen Warner? How's it going? So what is this energy telling you to do? What is your deepest instinct telling you to do, now that you're reserving these highest thoughts of form for yourself, these highest thoughts of solution for yourself, nurturing earth energy? Okay, and so here we go with spectrum 3. Unseen. Okay, so in doing this and being able to hold in your thoughts and holding in your highest possible solutions for yourself, right, and not giving them away, like I've been saying, you get to start to see things that weren't able to be seen, obviously, because now your attention is more focused on how things are being applied to you, or how things could be applicable to you, because you are focused and centered on what's coming in and what's going out for you now, because it's more of like what's going out towards who needs it. You become really like aware of what's coming in and what's going out for you now, because you are applying this vitality toward yourself of holding in the solutions that would have gone to whoever, because you're a nurturing person, but now listening to your deepest instinct into connecting to why and what you want to become. All right. Again, this is just a weekly forecast, guys. This is what's going to be coming up for the week ahead, and how we are going to be using our thoughts, like what our thoughts are going to be doing for us. So right here for earth signs, it's going to open us up to holding in some of the solutions that we need, that we tend to like want to give to others freely, but it's really going to hold them in to use those solutions for ourselves and help us see the things that have been going bad, or the things that we could do better, or the things that just need more attention. Okay, that's for you, earth signs. we're gonna go into air signs right now, okay? So air signs is next. Air signs is gonna be right here. So how is Ace of Swords going to be applied to your air sign this week? All right, the Lovers upside down. That's interesting. The Lovers, I don't know what that means. Maybe it's an understanding or a deeper connection to seeing how the romance and relationships aren't that important in this situation right now, or but in this era or this week right now. Maybe it's going into under deconstruction and reevaluation of what we think love is. Okay. Hey, what's up, Grace Murphy? All right, so we have the Lovers right here. Oh, boop. Right, and so the Lovers coming in upside down, especially with the air sign indicated on the top to pinpoint that this is for you, air signs. We're probably going through an understanding and redefinition and deconstruction of what we think love is and what we think how it should be used and seen, and even for ourselves with Ace of Swords coming in, the two air signs right away associated with birds. It's just like we're just in a higher thought of what we think it should be and what we feel it wants to be, and just kind of a deeper, different connection to our relationships. Not necessarily love, but even our relationships. We might be going into a deeper reconstruction of our relationships as well. Friends, family, even love. Okay. Right here for your first quadrant, for the spectrum 1 for air signs, it's going to be alignment. Right now, you might be seeing that some relations are aligned for you right now. You might be paying attention to how they are actually deconstructive than constructive for you. That the thought of them and how to repair them or how to keep them up might be actually more stressful than trying to keep them. Okay, we have it represented by this castle upside down, and it is alignment. Right, and so in that sense, it's like with it, we're coming into an understanding that some relationships probably aren't worth maintaining, that they actually have been throwing us out of alignment and keeping us in alignment, or they're just not what they used to be anymore. Okay. Whose computer? All right, and then now we're gonna go to spectrum 2. Spectrum 2 is innocence. Know that in what you're doing and how you want to actually do and develop your understanding in relationships is out of the pure innocence of just wanting a relationship out of the purest of intention, represented by this white jasmine flower. And it is, this white jasmine flower does represent innocence. It's the smell of innocence. It's the smell of release of trauma. Exactly like this. So with this coming in right side up, it's releasing the innocence and wanting to have that innocence in relationships again. And actually release the stories that we tell ourselves of, this person's going to hurt me. This person's going to do exactly what that person did. Because as air signs, we are constantly running in the algorithms of how somebody's progressing in relationship with us. We are constantly running people that we are associating with through an algorithm in the progression of our relationship with them to see and pinpoint where they might fuck up so we could be prepared for that. That is no way to have a relationship. Yeah, Adam, I'm talking to you too. When you watch this on the replay, this is for you too. So in that sense of this, right, we have to understand that there needs to be a redefinition and re-evaluation and development of our relationships to reconstruct the innocence of it, the innocence of getting to know someone, the innocence of genuine affection, the innocence of just, I'm here and I'm present and I want to be here for you. That's what gets to happen in how we analyze our thought for air signs. All right, let's go into quadrant 3 or spectrum 3. The spectrum 3 illumination with the lantern. Oh, I love this. So, and then this is just great for you air signs, and this is great for us too. And I want to say this is awesome because check out that purple candle. That's God right there. For me, that's God right there telling you, look at him. The golden illumination, the purple candle, that's all royalty. That's all association with royalty. That's all God-given guidance right there. And that you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be going through this. And then going through this reevaluation and re-understanding and reconstruction of what we and how we want our relationships is all part of your illumination process. It's all part of the process to understanding who and what you want to become, because you understand who and what you want to associate yourself with through that. All right, and also in the terms of relationships. Okay, here we go. Yes, we're all relationship orientated, right? That's why we all tune into some of these readings, to help us understand relationships better. And if we're wanting to know about our relationships with the loved one, guess what? That relationship with the loved one, or the one that we're in love with, that relationship is meant to still teach us about ourselves and how to love. All right, here we go. So I'm always going to try to freaking figure out a way to turn it in on you, all right? So that's what it's always going to be. It's always going to be about you. It's never going to be about the person that you're trying to cross-watch over, okay? I'm always going to turn it into you. That's what the power of these cards are going to do. Okay, there you go. Setting my attention now. Ooh, there's a fast one. Direction. Thank you. Amo, she's like, I just pulled over a card accidentally, and it was the staff for direction. After I was done going on my little soapbox thing right now, she's like, yes, lighting up that torch, lighting up that flame. Yeah, purple is my favorite color. And so in that, guys, like that's how we're going to do this, right? Going forward. All right, so we're going to keep that there. I'm not going to turn it back over. But now we're going to be going into fire signs, okay? So in fire signs, you guys had a kind of like a tough week last week. But let's see what's going to be going on this week, okay? Fire signs. Here we go. Fire signs. Here we go. Fire signs. What are you doing? Ooh, 5 of Swords. We are all getting represented by air signs this week, right? All quadrants are getting represented by air cards. That is fucking awesome. Thank you, Labyrinth. You are freaking doing a really good job. Okay? So here we go with 5 of Swords. Now that we've been through what we've been through, right? Especially this last week, taking like our time going within, because we've probably been like taken away, or we've been told some kind of truth that sent us into being a recluse last week, right? Or like we've like kind of like just been in our little cave and self-thought, and even in a little bit of self-doubt because of stuff that was going on and associated with last week. But now coming into this week of how we're going to use our precision in thought, especially with Ace of Sword, you guys get 5 of Sword. Things that were coming against you and things that are that you have going out of you are can't actually come against you in a way. Like you are more swift, you are more dynamic, you are more able to cut around things that might have set you aback last week. Because you were able to take that time away was actually not necessarily being a recluse, but taking your time to understand who you are as a solitary predator, right? Seeing how you are as a solitary person that goes after what you want, correct? Correct, right? Not necessarily you are, have these things coming at you with the swords coming at you like that. It's more, I feel more connected of what last week was meant for you. What last week was meant for you in the sense of being a recluse or being in the hermit mode was not necessarily that now, but it makes sense of what the formation of that was. If that was a cocoon period, which sharks do either born live or are in little egg sacs. In this cocoon period last week, for you to really understand like who you are as an opportunist, in a solitary person that really, when you're ready, you could strike when the iron's hot and get what you want. That's what's coming through for my feeling with the Five of Swords. And of course, it's going to come in with that also connecting with this staff direction. Okay, just as swift and as striking as you could be, like the way a shark comes in. That's how you are with your direction, and connect, like you are precise like a laser, like with heated precision of where you want to go and what you want to do when you are fully activated in like focus, right? So that was I keep on bringing up last week because last week was such a period of wanting to be by yourself and not wanting having any interruption or connection with anybody, right? But now it's like what that was last week was to help you understand who you were as like the solitary person for creating your opportunities. Very 10 of wands, very 10 of wands coming out. It's kind of like the beginning and the start of the realization of that. Okay, so here you go with your spectrum number 2. Ooh, you guys are crazy right now. Here we go. Guidance. So you have literally, you have direction, and you have guidance, like right after each other. So with this, with the way that, like just backing up everything that I just said, I mean, the time that you took away last week, the time that you did where you were in your mind or in your way or not in anybody's way, you're just to yourself, that was for helping you understand like how you can be on your own and how you can be direct and assertive, and really you are the guidance for other people. You show other people how to do things and take opportunity when it's there. All right, let's go into spectrum number 3. All right. Here we go. Like I was saying, take opportunity when it's there, the passage. You figure out ways. So say this way might be blocked, you figure out a way straight through. There's no over things or under. You figure out a way, whether it's over or under. You're going to be figuring out ways to do things because, like I said, you're an opportunist. So with this newfound direction and this newfound guidance, not only are you going to be having these ways with people or opportunities or situations, but it's going to be coming in a totally different way, like totally different ideas of solution, all because you know in what your thoughts were focused on now this week. You're going to have very precise precision of thought this week. Okay, fire signs, this is what we're on. We're on fire signs right now. Of course, it says it right there in the little sign that I created. Okay, so that's what's going on for fire signs this week, okay? Just gonna do a little close-up so you guys could get a little closer look at it. So that's what's going on for what we got so far. We still have water signs to do right now, but here we are, what's going on the board for the week. All right. So let's go into water signs now, okay? So water signs is going to be in this area right here. And last week, you guys had a very, 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 very emotional week, right? You guys had a very, very, like, emotional week. And it was like, it kind of like, my feelings aren't being seen. My feelings aren't being, like, understood, and very like wah 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 whoop de doo kind of thing. Not wah 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 whoop de doo like they weren't a big deal. They were a big deal. They were something. But you were just going through that. You wouldn't let things go. You were just like held on to that last week. Okay. And then so going into this week, again, what we're all facing is this connection to our highest analytical thought, our highest connection of intention and with our thought. So let's see what's going on for you, water sign. Ooh, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. That is awesome. Again, associated with air, being able to fly. But here we go. So for the hangman with us, um, with the hangman water sign, it's really cool that what that means is like, it's like you I don't know what, I always have a great time in describing a hangman, and I'm fumbling right now. So with a hangman, it's like we realize something that we could have done better. We have a realization. We have an understanding. Like, it's not necessarily like we're dead or in a bad situation or we fucked up. It's like the realization through a messed up situation. Like, oh fuck, okay, I could have did that better. It's that. So maybe, not maybe, but what's coming up is like last week was the realization that you could display your affections better. You could display your emotions better. You have a better understanding of how to process them. You know that not everybody wants to hear the outpours that you do so much that it pushes others away. Water sign. Like your screech, your echolocation, all that stuff is what's actually like pushing other people away instead of actually attracting them to you. You know where they're at by the way they're being reactive to you and being, oh no, get me away from this person. And so in a way, it's like you kind of attack those people even more that are pushing themselves away from you because of not wanting to associate themselves with you from the messed up way that you're displaying your emotions. Okay, so in that, with that understanding of like, oh fuck, I am not getting connection because I am not displaying my affection in the most healthiest type of way. I am not connecting with the highest thought of way that they could be shown and displayed. But guess what? This week you are. Congratulations, Waters. Let's go into the understanding a little bit more. All right. So let's go into your spectrums. Spectrum 1. Spectrum 1, we got the tulip, unconditional. You got this the other day too. You got unconditional the other day in one of your readings. I think it was like the crosswatcher one. You got unconditional. So in unconditional, it's like whatever way you got this information, whatever way that this information came through, it's meant for you to rise up with it. It's meant for you to have this internally. So we have this, we have the little infinity symbol right there. Right? Hey, Penny. Right? And then, so that's meant for you to like rise up for it, rise up and bloom with it, that information, to do it and have it unconditionally expressed because you have a new learning on what you want to display, on what you want to show, on what you want to share with other people. Okay, so let's go into quadrant 3, quadrant 2. Renewal. This is perfect too. This is exactly what I was saying. You have this new understanding of how to display these informations, or how to display these emotions that you're going through now because of the way they didn't work last time. And in this unconditional approach, or in this way that you know that's going to be done, it's like we have this renewal and the ripple effect behind it. The ripple effect behind the renewal of what could actually be done. Okay. So with unconditional and the hangman of knowing how what you learn about your emotions and displaying them the right way, and what can happen when we rise up and understand the right way of doing it and how they could be seen unconditionally. We have this. We have the renewal. We see the ripple effects of what our efforts towards really using our highest analytical thought could give us, could gain us, could get us, could show us. Okay? All right, let's get into, what are we doing? Let's get into the last spectrum right up there at the top, okay? Last spectrum right up at the top. Ooh, hammer, forge. Ugh, this is amazing. All right, because this is all awesome. This is fucking amazing. Ooh, wrong point. This is awesome, forge. And going about it this way is what's gonna look where hangman, look where the hangman card lands, right? Hangman. This is the hangman symbol here for labyrinth, right? and what it helps do. It's really the hangman, the understanding is really how it helps forge your new relationships, helps forge your new understanding of what you want to create in connections, right? It helps understand that new, just, I don't know, just je ne sais quoi in what you're trying to create for relationships, that new finesse, that new understanding, this new unconditional idea of what you think love is and connection is and what your connections to your emotions are. Okay? And so yeah. Boom. What were we on? We were on I forgot to change that. That was on water signs. That was water signs. Sorry I'm late tonight. Haven't been feeling well. Oh, Penny, I hope you're feeling better. So what I was going over, Penny, I was going over what we are probably forecasting for the week, and that is how are we connecting with our highest possible thought, and how it could be a precisional thing, and how it could help us either cut out things that we don't want anymore, or help us like cut out parts of our lives to insert things that we do want even better, right? And so now we went into the elemental quadrants, and then even the spectrums of who they involve and how they are interplayed. Okay, so we have earth, air, fire, water. Earth is represented by 7 of swords, air represented by the lovers, and fire represented by 5 of swords, and water represented by the hangman. And then the spectrum cards are just representative of how they apply to those quadrants and what they're affected, and how the highest analytical thought is applying that way towards each one. Does that make sense? All right. And that's it, guys. That's going to be it for me tonight. That's what I project for the forecast of the week, is how we are using our highest analytical thought. So tonight, guys, reflect on it, connect to it, see if it resonates with you. Take what works and leave the rest. Again, this is for all elemental quadrants and versatilities and cross watchers. Okay. So I'll see you guys tomorrow on Coffee and Cards. All right, with just hanging out, having some coffee, getting some cards done for the week, and seeing what's happening. All right. Oh, and you know what? I was so messed up, guys. I so messed up. I didn't announce the winner of the subscription raffle yet. So I'm planning on doing that tomorrow. Okay, because I just got wrapped up in preparing for Light Girl Tarot's surprise birthday party that happened yesterday. And so, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that I know that I didn't announce the winner of the raffle that I said was going to be announced on Friday. And so, yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow. All right. Sounds good? You good? All right, cool. And we're going to end the night, guys. I'm going to grab SOS one more time. Do a nice little shuffle. See what she has to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7's a good number. Ooh, 9 of swords. Let's think of those cross thoughts. All right, let's think of those cross thoughts tonight. See which ones we want to get rid of. 9 of swords comes in for me. That represents cross thoughts, and how those cross thoughts ain't doing anything but fucking up the way we think. All right, cross thoughts, guys. The way, like, oh, okay, this thought going this way, and then yeah, and then, oh wait, but what about this? So cross thoughts, where it just adds to a never-ending story of us trying to make sense to something that's not even fucking real. All right, you guys have a good night. I will see you guys on the next episode. And again, welcome. Thank you guys for being not welcome. Again, thank you guys for being here on the channel and showing your support and showing up in the chat. And yeah, all right, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. And yeah, remember, appreciate what you appreciate, because it appreciates. Have a good night, guys.